This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. As the country battles its way through the fourth wave of COVID-19, the Davis administration has faced some criticisms, particularly that they aren't doing enough to get the country through this wave, which is reporting record-breaking numbers. Like on January 7th, health officials recorded a high of 818 positive cases. He says that his government has filled in the gaps since coming to office. Nearly 2 years since the implementation of virtual learning, major challenges are still taking place for all involved. Leah Cooper has more in this report.
It's a complaint that's been heard across the nation for nearly 2 years, and yesterday, unfortunately, was no different. The first day of virtual learning for the new academic year still brought about challenges for teachers, students, and parents. This according to the Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson in an audio recording distributed last evening.
The same challenges that the union raised, the same challenges that teachers and students faced for over 20 months still have not been corrected. This morning, because of the issues of the LMS, teaching never started until 11:30 a.m. in some schools or classrooms. Others missed the first lesson. Others never got onto the LMS, so they resorted to Zoom and other personal platforms. Very importantly, as we focus on the thousands of students who never logged onto the virtual platform since March of 2020, we also have major concerns about the number of hours lost because of system errors, blank screens, incorrect passwords, system shutdown, and users being dropped off of the platform very frequently.
She adds that teachers' assignments, lesson plans, and classwork have also been deleted by the system. Mrs. Wilson says that it's paramount that the Ministry of Education ensure that the myriad of technical issues be fixed forthwith.
Why are we wasting the taxpayers' money on an inadequate, inoperable, inefficient virtual platform to the detriment of our nation's children? We cannot continue to deliver subpar education to our students.
Now, our news team also caught up with Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin, who also expressed her disappointment.
Now, in speaking to the operators of the system, or producers of it, they have advised that, it was a blip, etc. But I'm told today again there are problems. And I've spoken directly to them. We certainly don't find it acceptable that on the first day of school we're having these sort of issues. Of course, with technology, things can happen. And so we're watching it with a view to ascertaining exactly how this will play out. I have been assured that the issues will be ironed out, but certainly we will not be looking forward to a situation where we have recurring and sustained problems with this system.
Minister Hannah Martin adds that the ministry is in dialogue with the producers of this program, and they hope that these issues will work themselves out quickly. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Leah Cooper.
COVID-19 cases continue to skyrocket here in the Bahamas as the Ministry of Health and Wellness confirmed an additional 521 new COVID infections on Monday, January 10th. Following 1,774 RT-PCR tests completed on the same day, 422 COVID cases were confirmed here in the capital, 59 on Grand Bahama, 13 on Eleuthera, 9 on Abaco and Exuma, 3 on Andros, 1 on Mayaguana, and 5 cases with locations pending. 164 of these new cases have a history of travel within 14 days. 152 New Providence residents, 5 from Abaco, 3 Exuma residents, and 2 residents from Grand Bahama and Eleuthera each. Total confirmed cases in country now at 29,489. 6,195 of them are active cases, with 118 people in hospital. 112 of them moderately ill, while 6 are in the intensive care unit. The death toll stands the same at 717. Deaths under investigation at 37. 138 people were added to the total recovered cases, pushing that category to 22,387. The official opposition, the Free National Movement, is calling comments made by the National Security Minister on the recent police-involved shooting that claimed the life of Royal Bahamas Defense Force Marine careless and unacceptable. FNM Chairman Carl Kummer, in a statement last evening, says the great defense attorney Wayne Monroe QC must take off his litigious hat, remember that he is the Minister of National Security, and govern himself accordingly. Minister Monroe on Tuesday, just before the weekly cabinet meeting, spoke with reporters on the shooting, noting that he has seen the police body cam footage, which is consistent with the police reports, while also noting that the RBDF Marine, identified as leading seaman Rodney Adderley, had received counseling and psychiatric assistance from the RBDF. But Mr. Calmer contends that it is unacceptable for the minister to openly comment on an active investigation of a police-involved shooting, particularly where the deceased was also a member of the armed forces under the minister's remit. He further contends that the careless commentary preempts the official investigation and prejudices the coroner's inquest proceedings, adding that the minister should not recklessly and arrogantly make himself the judge and jury on the veracity of the body cam footage. The minister's assertion that the footage is consistent with anyone's statement can only properly come after a thorough formal investigation. Mr. Calmer charges that Minister Monroe must refrain from making premature remarks, stop interfering with this and any investigation, and let professional public servants do their job, adding that the FNM is confident that the process and protocols established for police-involved shootings are sufficient to determine issues of facts. As a part of the government's response to record low attendance rates for virtual schooling, representatives from the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training and the Uriah McPhee Primary School took to the street on Tuesday, canvassing the area of the Freetown constituency in an effort to reach out to and rein in those students who may not be prioritizing their education in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin was there to galvanize her troops as she walked about the Kemp Road community.
There is a phenomenon that we are very concerned of, and which research is showing is happening globally, where children are not logging on for varying reasons. And we're doing a study now to find out, to get an understanding of what all of these reasons are so that we can meet those reasons. But in the meantime, we anticipate that there are children who have not been online for 2 years, and they're out there. And they're out there nationwide, and they're out there in this community. And we need to go out there today, raise awareness to this community and to the nation that we are going to go out there and fight for our children. We're going to find them. We're going to bring them in. We're going to give them an opportunity in this life. We're going to do it. And I said to the principal in this school, every child, we can find every single one.
Minister Hannah Martin noting that this is just the first step in an ongoing initiative her ministry plans to carry out in every community throughout the capital and later extend to the Family Islands. Also among the masses, Member of Parliament for the Freetown constituency and Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe, who gave his thoughts as they set out to, as he says, save a generation.
It is also coincidental that I'm now the Minister of National Security, and I can tell you that research shows that if we do not get these children into school and educated, as we teach up at St. Margaret's Church, coincidentally, on Strawn's Alley and Camp Road, the devil will find work for idle hands. And so the need to get children in education is not only an education issue, in my judgment, it's a national security issue, and we have to take it very seriously. We cannot afford to lose a generation of children. And so I'm pleased to be a part of this. I'd like to urge everyone to take it very seriously. If we think we're having problems now, all you need to do is not get a grip of this and look in the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Minister Monroe was also calling on parents to make the necessary sacrifices to put their children in the best position possible and take proper advantage of all state-provided resources to ensure their children are properly educated and given a fair chance at success in life. Well, that does it for news this evening. Once again, I'm Tyler Simonet, and from all of us here at JCN News, have a good evening, everyone.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.